Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to Squeezy's World. Could be your world. Just thought I'd bring this to your attention. I like to talk about things that really interest me, and I'm hoping that at some point they'll interest you. Just kind of the way it is. And right now, I'm kind of interested in a little bit of prophecy. Now, some of this stuff, what's going on now on the natural scale, it's been prophesied over 3,000 years ago. So it kind of makes you wonder. But what we're having is earthquakes. Now, it's not unusual. We have earthquakes. Planet has earthquakes. It's not unusual that we have some volcanic eruptions. The planet has volcanic eruptions. But what is unusual is that it's all going on at the same time. All this is coming on to the world, to the people at the same time. And all this was prophesied 3,000 years ago that this type of stuff would happen during the end times. So you have to ask yourself when you watch the news, wherever you get your news, are we in the end times? We got more war going on everywhere on this planet than we've had in the history of the planet at the same time. And there's been wars. People are always going to fight and argue, different countries. That's what it is. But we've got like 13 different countries on this planet that are butting heads together big time. And all that's been prophesied towards the end times. Wars, rumors of wars. Say this over and over. Pick up a little bit of pamphlets on prophecy and check it out for yourself. It is what it is. So, I'm bringing this to you just to think about your opinion. We are in the end times. That's a given. Your opinion doesn't really need to be on that one. We are in the end times. How far down the road in the end times are we? Nobody knows. Could be next week. Could be next month, next year, 10 years, 5 years. Who knows? But we are in the end times. When all this is going to come to foot, look out. Katie bar the door. Everything's going to be FUBAR big time down here, all right? And it is what it is. So you got to get right with God. You got to get right with your own soul. You got to be physically and mentally prepared. And you got to have enough food stores and stuff like that stashed away just in case. Just in freaking case. Seems like stock market goes up. Of course, the stock market goes down. It goes up and go down. If you buy small and you make money and sell big, you make money. But anyways, I digress. Things are happening all around the world. Mysterious things. A lot of mysterious things are going on. People are seeing apparitions everywhere. Now, me personally, a lot of these apparitions are especially the ones they see in the sky. If you look up in the sky and there's and you see, I don't know, a picture of a horse and a rider on the horse, and it's just there in the sky and it's not moving, it's probably a laser projection. Just is. We have that technology. So what you see, always never take for granted that what you see is real. Christians all know when things are going to happen. It's just something we're going to know when we see the false prophet. We're going to know that. People come up and down all around saying, "Oh, I'm this and I'm that, and I'm Jesus, and I'm coming after Jesus." There's nobody coming after Jesus. It's him. So, and we know this. But what we don't know is when all these volcanoes are just going to spew at the same time. What happens if Yellowstone National Park, right? That's a major super volcano. We got bukus of super volcanoes along the Pacific Rim. If they all go at the same time, it's going to be one of the worst days in our days and in your days that you ever had. Ever. And you got to be prepared for that. Some people, no matter how well they're prepared, no matter how close they are to some of these volcanoes or these earthquakes, if we hit a major, major earthquake and you're right there pretty next to it on top of it, it's not a lot you can do. You can prepare all you want. You can't help for what's going to happen. Tsunamis. We got tsunamis. We just got everything at once, and that's what you got to think about. We have these things, but we never usually have them all at the same freaking time. So Keep that in mind. All right. Think about that a little bit. Learn a little prophecy if you don't know it. You know, I'm not, I'm worried about it, but I'm not worried about it, because I kind of know what's going to happen, and I just don't know when. But a lot of people don't know what's going to happen, and they're going to be so scared, and that they're going to, they could have heart attacks and die right then, whenever this stuff happens. It's possible, and probably will be. Think of the 3 days of darkness. I'm not just going to harp on the 3 days of darkness that we already know. But during those 3 days of darkness, it's going to be hell on earth, literally. If you're not in your house and you don't have the things squared away in your house, it's going to be very bad. So, all right, then, hey, look, I'm glad you were here. Appreciate y'all being here. It's nothing but love for you. I truly mean it. Get out there, enjoy the day if you can. Have a barbecue. You know me, I like barbecues. So just sit back and enjoy. Prep as much as you can. Be ready up here and here. Just be ready, any day, because we don't know. We don't know. All this could happen like a thief in the night. Boom. And it just happens. We never think it's going to happen tomorrow. And it's probably not going to happen tomorrow. But it could. It could happen tomorrow. It could happen this week. The end of this week. It could happen the first of next week. We don't know. But you got to be prepared for it. So, all right then. Hey, look, it's nothing but love for you guys. I truly mean it. Thank you for stopping by. And next time, we'll see you again.